What's happening, everybody? James Kipri once again coming at you with another fantastic deep stretch. We're going to be focusing all our attention today on our lower body. We're going to be doing some fantastic movements. I've designed 15 stretches that we're going to be holding for a minute at a time with a 50-second transition so I can explain what's coming up next. I hope everybody's excited. I hope you're prepared to improve our flexibility. So, as always, let's do it. Let's move straight into the madness. Right, so lizards. We're going to be beginning with a lizard. A lizard, we're going to be placing our right leg out in front. Hands are going to be both sides. So I've got this mat, as you can see, just to help, just in case you can't see. Okay, and my hands are directly next to my feet. So let me move on to this mat so I can show you better. Stay in it if you're already in it. And they're like so. We're going to be holding that, my foot is flat on the floor, and we're going to be holding that stretch for exactly 45 seconds, for exactly 1 minute. You're going to be feeling the stretch directly in your hamstrings, your glutes, that groin region. That's got to feel good, man. Oh yeah. So I hope everybody can see me. Once again, the two mats, just for a couple of perspectives, sometimes not easy to see exactly where my limbs are. So this lizard stretch is absolutely fantastic. And we're holding for an extended period of time. So those that are not used to it, yes, you will feel a slight bit of discomfort, but just stay with it, stay with your breath. And so we're going to alternate and transition into our next leg, nice and easy, doing exactly the same. So foot's flat, as you can see, hands are by our side, and we are sinking into that lizard stretch, man. Sinking into it, feeling it, breathing into every stretch. You see my leg, so my leg is flat, as you can see, my foot is flat to the floor. I'm literally breathing into it. You will feel discomfort at times, and this is absolutely normal. Just know that this discomfort is you stretching out your muscles, you improving that flexibility. You're not going to improve your flexibility massively over one session, probably, unfortunately not so much. But if you stick at it daily, repeatedly, consistency, over a long stretch, you're going to get better. You will improve. Damn right. And these stretches will feel easier. So keep at it. Stay with me. Let's have fun. Oh yeah. All right, we're going back. So we're going to keep alternating with our legs for now. Okay, so going back. And what we're going to do, hands by our side, we're going to do a lizard again. But what we're going to do, we're going to peel our foot off the floor, as you can see. Okay, and I'm going to be resting my hands on my knee. Okay, so you're going to be feeling that a lot more here, down that groin region, okay, all the way up that hammy. So we're going to hold this. You can also twist your hand out to the side to make it a little bit more comfortable. I'm just holding it there. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it, eh? Some of these stretches, when I first began, yeah, they felt uncomfortable. For example, the knee now resting on the floor, my shin on my left foot. I mean, it was so hard resting my knee on the floor sometimes. So you may need a little comfortable, not too high up, but just a little comfortable platform. I know we got the mat, but sometimes a little bit extra because your knee can get a little bit uncomfortable in these postures and these poses. Breathing through every single movement, don't forget. Doing a great job. Right, nice. Right, let's come out of that. Nice and slowly transitioning. Let me just turn it slightly, this mat, so I'm with you a little bit more. That's nice, like that, perfect. Right, so next leg, and we're in it. As you can see, hands facing out to the right, left hand is slightly giving it a little, not too much, just a little push out to the side, and my foot is peeling. Not too much, you're not pressuring too much, you're kind of just resting your hand on the side of your knee and getting that extra stretch there. Hams, groin region, It's going to feel fantastic. Stretching out these muscles too. I mean, especially if you don't do this on a regular or don't do it at all. After you complete this, you will feel loose, you will feel fresh, your body may even feel a little bit different, strange, because it's not been done before. You know, you walk throughout the day, you move throughout the day, whatever you've got going on throughout the day, you need your muscles, which latch onto your bones, moving your entire physicality around. So this here is necessary, you know. We're swapping again, we're going straight back into it, but this time we're going into our psoas stretch. Oh, hitting that psoas and that hip. Foot's in the centre, we're going for right foot, okay. My right hand is going to be rested on my knee like this. You can hold it like this, okay, or you can get an extra stretch with your arm raised up. So let me show you on the other mat here, okay, get a lot of a better angle here. So once again, my right foot's out, okay, like so, and then my left hand, it comes over my head, okay, like that. Let me pull the mat back a bit so I'm in the frame a little bit better. Okay, so we're holding it there. Stay with it, doing a great job if you are there. So like so, and we're just holding that. Or you can just keep your hands here, it's entirely your decision, but you're going to be feeling this also in your quad, psoas, iliopsoas, your hip flexors, also getting involved. An absolute fantastic stretch, this one. Nice, slowly coming out and transitioning into the opposing leg. Right, let's do this, man. As you can see, exactly the same. Foot's in the middle, resting my hands on the tip of my quad, right next to my knee. Get a fantastic stretch here, all the way down your hands, your psoas, you know, your glutes are getting involved, your hip flexors. Breathing into it. So once again, the two mats, just for a couple of perspectives, certain stretches in certain positions are hard to see on the camera. So I just thought I'd give everybody an opportunity to see a different angle. If you can't see me still and you're struggling to make out what's going down, give me a scream, let me know. Remember, you can also raise your arm over your head here for an extra little stretch. Your decision. I'm going to hold it here. Breathing into every stretch. Because at times it can and will become uncomfortable. Right, so now we're going to do it exactly the same, but what we're going to be doing now is our lizard quad stretch, okay? So I don't know if anybody's ever done a lizard quad stretch, but we're going to do, we start with our right foot, left hand is going to be out to the side, okay? So let me show you on the other mat. So we're in a lizard pose, okay? Left hand is over out to the side. I'm going to be bringing up my left foot, reaching out, latching onto it, and looking back. So I hope everyone can see what's going on here. Let me turn it one more time. Okay, so I'm right foot, left hand's on the floor, reaching back, grabbing my left foot, okay, with my right hand, looking back and getting a fantastic stretch here in my quad, looking back towards the window, getting an extra stretch there. But to be holding these poses for a minute plus is going to be tough at times, especially if you've never done it before, once again. But please stay with it, stay with your breath. If you have to come out, get back into it afterwards, just stay with your breath, and there it is. Just slow it down nice and slowly. Okay, now I'm going to alternate here. I'm going to stay here. So we're going for left leg out, right hand is out to the side, and we're bringing our right leg up, holding our right foot, our right ankle just below with our left hand. Okay, as you see, my left foot is also peeled slightly off the floor, and I'm looking back towards the window, towards the ceiling, towards the side, towards the wall. I love stretching so much. It's helped me so much throughout my journey. It really does make me feel good. I feel like if I was to wake up and I've had a rough sleep, having a deep stretch can really, really get me back on track. You know, I mean, when it comes to my fitness, I love my fitness, I love my working out, but I need my stretching before and after, you know. But when it comes to stretching, I can just have days of stretching and that working out is not needed, you know. That stretching is sometimes beneficial one day just for stretching like today. Nice, so we're going to slowly come out of that, and now we're going to be going to a kneeling thigh stretch. If you've never done a kneeling thigh stretch, what we're going to be doing, okay, so like so, right foot's out to the side, hands are in front, and we are literally just holding that right there, and you're going to be feeling that in your thigh. As you can see, my right foot is flat to the floor, absolutely flat to the floor. Get there in your own time. I mean, at the beginning, I wasn't able to get my right foot flat on the floor, but with time, you will progress. I'm using my left foot, and it's kind of on my toes, helping with my stability and my balance here. Just holding it there for 1 minute, and then straight back in, transitioning, alternating legs. Breathing into it. Your breath is so important for redirecting your attention sometimes from the discomfort of the stretch and keeping you here and now, helping you maintain that posture, that pose for a longer period of time. Breathing into it. Nice. Bringing it out nice and slowly, and then we're slowly transitioning, okay, into the opposing leg, into the other leg. And there it is right there. Ready to work. Left foot is flat into the floor, hands right in front, and we're just holding it there. So once again, we're holding each and every stretch for 1 minute. Really, really, really looking after the body here today. Altogether, there's going to be 15 different movements, but obviously with the alternating in the leg, you know, it's double that. The alternating with the body limbs, we're doubling them movements, really giving it a nice stretch, you know, 30-minute plus, deep stretch, paying attention to those muscles, saying thank you, showing our gratitude for them looking after us throughout our days. Because yeah, you can pump it up only so much, but eventually you're going to need a stretch, you're going to need to look after your body, some therapy and recovery, which is very, very, very important. So now we're going to be moving on to our next stretch, which is a kneeling hamstring stretch. Okay, so for a kneeling hamstring stretch, what I do to get into it, okay, I bring my leg forward first into kind of a lizard. You see my left leg is acting as kind of a stand, and I'm coming back into it, okay, resting my right heel on the floor, and I'm reaching both hands towards my toes. I mean, as you can see, my leg's straight, but some people won't. You might have your knee slightly bent. You might not be able to touch your toes. But once again, all in your own time, no rush, please, because it's not about forcing your body into these movements. It's just about everyone's on their own level, yeah? So everyone's in their own level of flexibility and on their own level. So if your knee's bent and you're unable to touch your toes, don't force your body into that movement. Just hold it at your reaches point. So hold it till you feel the pull of the muscle, not the pain, just a slight pull of the muscle. It may feel slightly uncomfortable, but just hold it, stay with it, breathe into it, and remember that every movement you are doing, you are improving your flexibility, you know, and with time, mobility, functionality, so many benefits of stretching. So we're going to the opposing leg, and once again, as you can see, my right foot is used as a stand. My left leg is coming out, and you know, once again, I'm straight and I'm holding onto my toes. If you're there, you're there, and if you're not, you're not. I mean, you can also have your hand here and just reach out with your left arm towards your toes. I mean, I like to put both arms into it. I really like sinking into this one. A fantastic hamstring stretch. I feel it directly below my knee.
So obviously, that's the main point of pressure, all the way down my calves, my gastrocnemius, my soleus, up my hamstrings, and so many different, muscle groups in your hamstring, obviously. So you're going to be feeling it all over. Oh, feeling fantastic. I mean, these stretches really do make you feel good. They are a challenge, they are not easy, but they are beneficial, and I do recommend them for absolutely everybody. So slowly coming out of them, moving into a pigeon. How do I get into pigeon? Let me move here for pigeon, because it will get a bit tricky. I start in a downward dog, slowly in a downward dog. I reach my right foot back, bringing it in front of my body, and as you can see, my foot is like basically flat up. You won't be able to get your foot directly. Maybe your foot's going to be slightly further back, maybe even more flexible. But make sure that it's kind of a right angle on it. Pigeon, like so, chest up. But I mean, if you're able, you can sink into it. Sink into it a little bit more. And if you're even further and past that, you can also reach out for an extra stretch, hovering your head and getting more. But I'm going to hold it here for those that are not there yet. Once again, flexibility plays a huge role, not only in you moving throughout your day, but if fitness is what you love, if weightlifting is what you love, this will really, really improve your form. It will really, really help your recovery, speed up your recovery. So many benefits through stretching our body. So slowly transitioning, downward dog, bringing the left leg back and up, bringing it forward, okay, right angled, or as far as you can get, hands in front, breathing into the stretch, breathing into it. And I always say, and I always bring it up, we sleep in our beds. I mean, how many of us really do change our mattress? Do you know what I mean? Molds in the mattress. Sinking into these mattresses, rolling about, tossing and turning in the night, so many awkward positions. And then we wake up, some of us don't, some of us talk about not having the time, not being able, because we have to, rush and shower and teeth and get to work. But at the end of the day, 15 minutes is 1%, If we just dedicate 5 minutes, a few little stretches every morning, it's not even a percentage of your day. I don't think there's any excuse, really I don't. This is my body, and my body is what's going to be used to move throughout my day. So, let's make more of an effort. That's how I see it. Anyway, let's go into it. Malasana. Slowly coming out of that. I'm coming to this mat here. Malasana, one of my favourites. My feet are slightly shoulder and a half width apart. I go into a pray position, and what I do, I sink, absolutely sink into it. Okay, I hold it there. And you will definitely struggle if you've never done this one before. You might not even be able to get this low, but with time, you will develop, you will get better. So, sink into it as much as you can, coming out of it, sink back into it. But, holding where you're capable for an extended period of time. I'm going to stay here for a minute. It will get hard. You will feel uncomfortable. I also give it a little bit of rocking motion here. Remember that discomfort, is there because our flexibility does need improving. We do need to give it a little bit more attention to our muscles. They're cramping up, they're tightening up. So let's show them a little bit of love. That's our body talking to us. Using our breath to stay rooted, showing our body appreciation and gratitude for what it does. And I know I just repeat, but at the same time, it's how we learn, repetition. Over a vast amount of time. We move into a forward bend, repetition consistently over a vast amount of time, we will improve. So forward bend, what is it? We reach up, we breathe, and we just come forward, okay? So in this movement here, there's going to be a lot of you out there that are like, literally, you're bending, maybe, make sure your knees are flat for a start, and then just come to your furthest reach. What I mean furthest reach, once again, till you feel the pull, a slight bit of a pull. You're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Hold it. Don't go to pain. We're going to a slight bit of discomfort. Hold it there. You're going to feel your muscles stretching. It's going to feel good, but it's going to be tricky. But that's how tight it is. You know, I'm not able to touch my knees, and of course, you know, everybody has a different kind of how can we say a threshold, a tolerance for these stretches. Some people are so flexible, it's unreal. So yeah, physiology. I mean, maybe I'll never get to my knees, but I reckon with time, eventually I'll get there. I'll get there. You know, I will get there. So hamstring on single leg. So let me come to the other mat. I like this one. I used to do it in football quite a bit. So we've got the sole of our foot right next to our knee. Okay, I like holding it there, and I just reach out to my left foot flat on the floor. You might be there. Me, I like pushing this down slightly also for an extra bit of a stretch. Breathing into it. So once again, feeling this one in the hamstrings. Feeling this one also on my opposing leg. It's a fantastic stretch. You can also get an extra stretch by bringing that arm over like so, adding to it, getting an extra stretch here, and you can feel it in like the obliques, you know, your traps. Nice little extra stretch here, adding to the movement. Holding this for a minute. You should be so proud of yourself if you got this far. I mean, we've been holding every single pose for 1 minute with a 15-second transition, no mucking about. Not easy to stay in a stretch for a vast amount of time. We're going to the other leg, to the opposing leg, doing exactly the same. So as you can see, bending our left leg flat, sole of our foot into our knee, and we're just holding it there. Or we can lean forward with both our hands, or we can place your left hand on your knee, lowering it down to the floor. Your decision. But breathe into it. Breathe into it. You know, the feelings that we feel of the stretches, we don't have to stay there with them, okay? We can feel them and then come to our breath, and then just with our breath, which will center us and root us into this now moment. Not a tricky thing to do, but at the same time, shall I focus on the discomfort? Yeah, or shall I use my breath to kind of take my attention away from the discomfort temporarily while I'm maintaining this pose, knowingly that I'm trying to achieve and improve my flexibility and just help myself feel so much better throughout my day. These are some fantastic stretches, so stay with them. You are doing a great job. We're nearly there too. We are nearly there, and there it is. Right, so now we are moving in to a hamstring with legs open. Okay, so what do? I have my legs as wide as I can get them, you know, so everyone's on, once again, a different level. And then I just literally, we're coming forward for a minute. Then what we're going to do, we're going to give our attention on one leg each for a minute. So we're going to stay here for 3 minutes altogether. You can rest your forearms down to the floor. I like coming out to my furthest reach, and you're getting a fantastic stretch, not only in your hamstrings and your groin, your iliopsoas, your hips, your lower back. I mean, wow. But you're stretching your arms out, also getting an extra stretch here. Sometimes so necessary. And I mean, while you're in it, while you're in this, because obviously at the beginning, you know, you feel cramped, so I can't be bothered to stretch, it's so long, boom. But once you finish, that sense of achievement, the feeling you're going to get, you feel loose, you're going to feel fresh. You're going to be able to go out and attack your day and get on with your day with much more ease. Okay, so slowly coming up, 15-second transition, and what we're doing, left hand out to my left foot, okay? What I like doing is bringing my right arm over, okay? I do this. If you're not there and you're just kind of just reaching out to it with both arms, that's fine. But the reason I do this is for an extra stretch here, once again. In my, as you can see, my obliques all the way down, getting an extra stretch all the way down to my hip. Oh, it's fantastic, it really is.
breathing into every single stretch. We are really focusing our attention here on our lower body. Okay, at times our upper body will be playing a role, but that there just says to me that everything is interconnected. Everything, every muscle group, you know, everything from our nervous system to our cardiovascular system, you know, to our hormonal system, you know, every system, our endocrine system, every system that is functioning within me are interconnected. They're all interconnected, playing one role, okay, all together. Just like our body, you know, our to the other leg, slowly sinking into it. I'm going to stay here, get an extra few seconds here, but when the bell goes, we've got a minute. You're in your own time. Here we go. Doing exactly the same. So what do I mean? I mean, like, body, mind, and spirit, people, okay? We move our bodies and we think everything externally is all there is. But do not forget that everything internally is working, and the majority of it is involuntarily working, naturally moving and functioning without our awareness, kind of thing, without our consciousness. We're not conscious of most of the things that are occurring. But as they do occur, once again, whether it's our skeletal system or cardiovascular system, whatever it be, they're interconnected. They're all working, okay, doing their own individual jobs, but coming together, uniting as one to help us function throughout our day. Knowingly that if we are also, as we're out here in these bodies, we train our bodies, we work our bodies every day. So, you know, training our mind is also as important. So now we're going to be moving on to a single knee stretch. Oh, okay, so we're laying down on our back. We're bringing one knee in. I bring it out to the side. Fingers are connected. Left leg on the floor is flexed. And I'm just literally holding my knee to the side. I've got my right knee if you can't see. And I'm literally just rotating my right foot for an extra bit of a stretch. We're going to be down here for about a minute. So just hold it there. Absolutely amazing stretch this one. You don't have to rock your foot the whole time, but you know, it does give you an opportunity to add a little bit extra of a rotation on your ankle. Interconnected. We're building bridges. You know, we're connecting dots right now. You know, you ain't got the time because you've got things to do. Well, guess what? When you do those things with your body, you're going to need all those muscles. I mean, you can't do it without all those muscles. All those muscles are the reason that your body does move throughout the day to do all those things. Let's bring it back to center, just slowly lowering it, and then coming to the opposing leg, bending the leg, gripping, connecting our fingers, gripping onto our knee, flexing our right foot on the floor, bring it to the side, and let's go. And once again, also an extra rotation of the ankle, one way and the other way. Your decision. You don't have to do it the whole time, but once again, give you that opportunity to get an extra little stretch in the ankle. Feels so good to be able to kind of dedicate my time to my body, you know, and those that are out there getting involved, tuning in, you know, stretching along, well done. I want to congratulate you for getting this far, for dedicating your time to you, so that's all it is basically. You know, life does get hard sometimes, and a lot of distractions out there. But remember, you are the source. You're more important than everything out there, because you're the one perceiving everything out there. So let's pay attention to our body, you know, our muscles, our minds, and if that's you, our spirit also. So as we're laying down here, we're moving on to our lying hamstring stretch. What is that? One foot is flexed on the floor, bringing one up as straight as possible, connecting the fingers right below the knee on the hamstrings, holding it there for a beautiful hamstring stretch. Nice little gluteal stretch. Oh, lying ham, man. Feel it in my bottom too. Holding it there for 1 minute. This one is not going to be easy, but once again, When you feel discomfort, when you feel it's uncomfortable, please come to your breath. Listen to my voice. Let my voice guide you through it too. Listen to my breath. Listen to the breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And you'll notice, if you can stay with your breath for long enough, you'll notice how your attention, your awareness has been redirected from the stretch, from the feeling of the stretch, to the breath. There it is. So we're going to slowly lower that down. We're going to alternate, bringing our left leg up, connecting our fingers, placing them behind the left knee, flexing the right one on the floor, and just holding that there once again for 1 minute. People, you have come a long way. You're doing such a good job. Yeah? You'd be proud of yourself. You've dedicated nearly 35 minutes, I think just short it's going to be, to this amazing lower body deep stretch. You know, if you run, if you walk, you know, if you're on your legs a lot, then this right here is therapy, this is recovery, this is what matters now. This is going to help you move on to more running, more walking, more physical activities on your legs. You know, we don't want to cramp up, we don't want any injuries, and doing things like this is what's going to help. Breathe. Breathe. We are cruising, man. Absolutely cruising through these stretches. Coming down nice and easy. We're now going on to our gluteal stretch. So what is our gluteal stretch? We've got our foot like so, resting, side of our foot resting. Okay, we're going to come up. You can either connect your fingers under your knee, on your hamstring once again, or if you're past that, you can grab your outside of your knee and you can sink your lower back towards the floor and hold that there. So you're going to be feeling this in your lower back, you know, your glutes obviously being a gluteal stretch, but in your lower back also a fantastic stretch. And I do talk about it a bit. I mean, when I was suffering, because I do a hell of a lot of running, when I was suffering from slip disc, which is basically just the fluid being released there, you know, they call it, I think it's sciatica. This is a great little movement here to really, really stretch out that area, making you feel so much fresher. You know, it literally goes straight to it, straight to that position right there. So lowering it slowly, well, it goes to one side. We're going to be working on both sides here. So doing exactly the same, the side of your foot, coming up, connecting your fingers, whether it's behind your knee, on your hands, or on your knee, your decision. So yeah, I mean, it used to reoccur, you know, ice packs, hot water bowls can only do so much, but if we're stretching it out daily, we are really, really showing some love to that area, because sometimes it goes all the way down your leg, so it's a very uncomfortable feeling. If anybody out there has ever experienced that slip disc, that sciatica, I mean, from what I've learned, it's something that stays with you, and obviously we can trigger it throughout our experience, unless we are to have, I think it's an operation or something. I didn't really look too much into it because that's not going to be the case for me. I'm just going to focus all my attention on just stretching daily. Every single day, I will never ever miss a day of stretching. You will never catch me missing a day of stretching. So that is that, people. We are complete altogether 28 postures. We're now going to go into our final one, 28 postures, 15 there. So 15. Now I doubled it because alternating body parts. We're now going to move into Shavasana. We're going to lay here for roughly around 3 minutes. Okay. Let me just flip the switch there. What we do with Shavasana, we lay on our backs. Okay. Hands can be flat or by our side. But as I always say, we have trained our body, stretched our body, working on our flexibility. Now it's time to train our mind and work us on stillness, peace, working on relaxing our mind. And I'm going to give you a few techniques to help you along these for a few moments, few minutes. What I recommend is if you want to drift astray with your thought process, whether it be yesterday's and tomorrow's imagery or visual, use the feel of the floor. Feel your body on the floor. Feel individual body groups. Feel, for example, the back of your head, the back of your back as it rests on the floor, right? Or feel your breath as you inhale and exhale, or listen to the sounds in the room. So there are a few ideas. So now when you want to drift astray, come back. The reason being is because your senses, what you feel, hear, see, taste, touch, are in this moment, whereas your thoughts are not. They're just stored as memory. So with no further ado, enjoy these minutes of absolute silence. Activity completed. So there we are. That was 3 minutes of Shavasana at the end of our deep stretch, training our mind, giving our mind a little bit of time to be still and silent, using those techniques that I offered there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please subscribe to my channel, James Kipring, for some fantastic workouts. I've also got some mindfulness and meditation videos, along with a lot of these amazing deep stretching videos. Also one with my son, which I think you should check out. It's absolutely fantastic. As always, I am grateful for your presence. Thank you so much for tuning in. And one love, man. Have a great day, everybody.